Hi friends, welcome to QApedia, and this is our blog qapedia.com. The topic that we are going to discuss today is JavaScript tutorial, strings in JavaScript, and the subtopics that we will discuss are strings in JavaScript, what is string, declaration of string, attributes of string, and then we have these different types of attributes that we will see. String methods, we have different types of methods in string, and methods means function. We have discussed about function in our last session, right? So methods are nothing but function. So there are two names for function, one is function and the other name is method. Then we will see strings are immutable, and then summary of the session. So let's start. Strings in JavaScript. What is string? String is a data type in JavaScript. So we had seen in our data types and variable session, and we had seen about types of primitive data type, and in our primitive data types we had seen that string is a type of data type. String is a type of primitive data type in JavaScript. So string is a data type in JavaScript. It is a very important data type, and if you want to understand the importance of a string, then we can see an example. So the name of the YouTube channel is QApedia Hindi. YouTube channel name is QApedia Hindi. So how important is the name for a YouTube channel, or how important is a name for any person or for any company? So name is very important, right? Without name we cannot identify some company. Name is a kind of identifier for a company. So if name is very important, then we can understand that string is also very important, because string is the data type for a name. Anytime we declare name for any company, any YouTube channel or any website or any person, so what type of data type we use? We use string data type. Okay, and we cannot declare name for anything if we do not have string type of data type. If string data type is not there, then we cannot declare name. So string is a very important data type that we have to understand. Strings are used to store multiple text, and strings are called collection of characters as well. Okay, now let's see how do we declare a string. So for declaration of a data type, we had seen that how do we declare data type. So for declaration, if suppose we are talking about some other languages like Java or C, then if we have to declare a variable, then what do we need to do? We have to explicitly mention the data type of that particular variable, right? But in case of JavaScript, we don't have to do. We have to use a keyword here. Any keyword. We can use where keyword, let keyword, or const keyword. So if you want to declare a string, we can use here let keyword. After that keyword, the name of that particular string, whatever name we want to give. We want to give a name, we want to give a channel name, we want to give some other name, then that particular name we'll give, and then inside double quotes we will write that particular name. We'll write that particular string. We can write it in double quotes, or we can write it inside single quotes. That also we can do, or we can write it using template literals. So we can write it using template literals also, so that is not a problem. So these are the three ways if you want to declare a string we can do. First of all, the let keyword we have to use, then the name we have to give, and then we can write it inside double quotes or inside single quotes or inside a template literal. Okay, so let's see this thing. Let's go to replit, and inside this replit we will declare our script. We will declare a string. And now if you want to print this particular string, then That's it, and then we can run this. So now we can see it is printing Peddia Hindi. If suppose we will write it inside single quotes, then we can do that as well. And then if you want to print it, then also it is printing Peddia Hindi. Or we can use the template literal, which is called this particular key, and this is also printing our string Peddia Hindi. This particular backtick key, we will find it before number 1. We have a number pad, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. That number pad, before number 1, you will find this backtick key above in our keyboard if you want to find. So this is how we declare a string. Now we have some attributes of string also. Okay, so if suppose you want to get the length of a string, then how can we get the length of a string? We have an attribute for that, length. How can we use it? We can give that particular name of the variable, name dot length. So let's go here. Now we are not giving name, we are giving this as channel name. Now we want to get the length for this particular. Control C, and we'll write here console dot log and control V, channel name dot length. And now let's run this. We'll clear it all. Oh, we have got one error, console.log name. So yeah, name we don't have, right? We'll just have to change the name. So yeah, channel name. And now let's run it. Clear it and let's run it. So the channel name is Peddia Hindi and length is 15. So there are 15 characters in this particular string. This is how we can find the length of a string. Now if you want to access the character of a string, then how can you access? Then you can give name and then square bracket, and then 0 is the index number, and any string the index will start from 0. Okay, so this Q is coming at 0th index, and A is coming at first index, then the space is coming at second index, P is coming at third index. So this is how our indexes are defined. Now if you want to get the characters of the string, then you have to use index for that. Okay, so we can try that as well. Now let's remove it. Channel name 0, and that's it. Yeah, channel name 0. Now we want to print all the suppose some 5-6 characters from this particular string. Then what can we do? We can just write 1 2 3 4 here. Here we'll write 1, then here we'll write 2, then we'll write 3, then we'll write 4, then we'll write 5, and that's it, done. And then it is printing the channel name, and then character at 0th index Q, then first index A, then second index blank, third index P, fourth is E, and then fifth index is D. Like this we can print the character at particular index, characters of a string. Now what is the use of template literals? So we had seen here that we can use double quotes, single quotes, or template literals for writing a string, for printing a string. But why are we having these many things? Single quote, double quote should be enough. Why are we using template literals? So template literals are used for variables. Okay, so suppose we have a string QA Hindi and QA English. So this we are storing in a variable called channel name 1, and this we are storing in a variable called channel name 1. Now we write a statement, and inside that statement we write channel name 1 is for Hindi video and channel name 2 is for English video. And when we want to print this particular statement, then in place of channel name 1, QA Hindi should be printed, and in place of channel name 2, QA English should be printed. Okay, so let's see whether this template literal will help in that or not. So let's go to Replit, and channel name 1 is QA Hindi, and then write it in single quotes. This also write in single quotes. Yeah, then let statement is equals to, we'll use template literal, and then we'll write channel name 1 is for Hindi videos and channel name 2 is for English videos. And now let's do one thing. Let's print console dot log and statement. Let's now let's print it. So it is printing channel name 1 is for Hindi videos and channel name 2 is for English videos. Now we don't want channel name 1, we want the value of channel name 1. So in place of channel name 1, it should print QA Hindi is for Hindi videos, and in place of channel name 2, it should print QA English is for English videos. But that is not happening. So how can we change it? For that we have to use one property, which is dollar and then curly braces, and here we can write again curly braces closed. Then here also same thing, dollar curly braces, and then here also curly braces, and this is done. And now let's run it. Now it is printing QA Hindi is for Hindi videos and QA English is for English videos. So this template literals is used for variable printing. We can access variables if we are using template literals, and inside that we have to use this particular symbol so that we can access the string of a variable, string from the variable name. So this is the use of template literals. Okay, that's what we have discussed here, and this particular concept is called as string interpolation as well. Okay, string interpolation. Now we have some characters called escape sequence characters. So what is escape sequence character? What is this particular characters? Slash and single quote. So let's see this. What is slash single quote? Yeah, that channel name 1 2 slash single quote. We have written this slash single quote inside this particular string. Now what I want to do, I want to print console dot log, and then we'll write here channel name 1 and then run it. So you can see along with Peddia Hindi, this particular single code is also printed. Okay, so if you want to print single code, then you have to use this particular escape sequence character. And if you want to get the length for this particular string, then you will be surprised to know that these two characters are considered as one single character. So Peddia Hindi length was 15 earlier, now the length would be 16. Channel name dot length, so yeah, the length is 16. Because these two characters are considered as one single character. Now if suppose here I'll write double quotes, and that also I can do. If I'll write like this, then sorry, not length, yeah, what is happening, it is printing that double quotes in between. Then this is for new line. So if suppose I'll write here n, then what will happen, the Peddia is printed here and Hindi is printed here. This means a new line, Hindi will come after new line. Then this means tab, so here we'll write /t, and what will happen, Peddia will come here and then Hindi will come out somewhat separate side, it will be tabbed. So this is how these escape sequence characters work. Okay, now let's see string methods. So string methods means function. Functions will do some task, we know that. So methods will also do some tasks. So every method will have some different type of tasks. So we have a method called toUpperCase. So what does this method do? This method will change the characters of the string to uppercase. Okay, and this method does not modify the original string, because our strings are immutable, so no method, no attribute can modify our original string. Now let's see, channel name 1 is Peddia Hindi. Now if I want to print the value in uppercase, so I'll write dot to uppercase. So this is thing, and to uppercase I'll write here something like this. That's it. Clear it and then run it. So you can see all the characters are printed in uppercase. Okay, now it does not modify the original string. What is the meaning of that? I'll write here channel name 1 dot to uppercase. Now if suppose I want to print the value of our now I want to print the value of channel name 1. So original string is same, Peddia Hindi. Original string has not changed. Now this particular thing would have created a new string, and what is that new string? We'll see that. Let channel upper, and then let's print it. And that's it. Now let's print it. So let's see what's happening. So channel name 1, which is the original string, it is coming in Peddia Hindi original way, and channel UPP, it is coming in uppercase. Okay, so this is how our strings methods will work. Now we have a method called toLowerCase. What does it do? It is going to change the characters of string to lowercase. This will also not modify the original string. Let's see it here. Dot to lowercase. Now let's run it So now QA Peddia Hindi is coming like this, and then this QA Peddia Hindi is coming in all lower cases. This is our original string. This is the new string which is changed to lowercase characters. Then slice the string into two parts. Cut a part of a string. So let's do that thing. Slice str is equals to channel name 1 dot slice, and I will say here 3 comma, I will say 1 comma 6, and that's it. Yeah, done. So yeah, slice string, we'll print it here. This is our original string QA Peddia Hindi, and the new string which is slice string is APD. So what is it meaning of 1 comma 6? So this new string will start from the first index of original string. So what is the first index? It is coming at here, Q A. A is the first index. Q index is 0th index, and A is at first index. Then it will go till 6th index, but it will exclude 6th index. The 6th index is having a value of D, the second D, but it will exclude the value. So it will take A, then space, then P, then E, then D. It will come to 5th index, and then those values it is going to print here. Now if suppose I will do it only one index I will keep, I won't keep two numbers here, then what will happen? A part of string will be sliced from name from index number 2 to the last index of the string. So I'll do that thing. I'll just remove the second index, and then I'll run this. So this is original string, and this is the new string Peddia Hindi. So it will go up to the last index of the string. This is how our slice method work. Now replace a part of a string. So we have a method called replace dot replace, and what will happen? We will replace this particular Peddia to some other part. So we'll write here Peddia, replace it to talk. And then if suppose I will print the value, our original string is QA Peddia talk Hindi, replaced one is QA talk Hindi. This is how it will work. Then concat two strings, like joining two strings. So we can join two strings, Suresh and Mahesh, and then name1 dot concat name2. This is how we can concat two strings. So you can try this. Then trim method. Trim method is a kind of method where if suppose we have a string where we have lots of spaces in the beginning and there are lots of spaces at the end. So all these spaces we want to remove. Then we can use this trim method. Let's try this. So we have lots of spaces before QA and after Hindi. And the trim trim string would be trim, and then here nothing is needed. That's it. And just copy and paste here. And now if we will run it, then this was the original string QA Peddia Hindi, and this is the trim string where we have removed the spaces from the beginning and spaces from the end. So that's how our trim method works. So these were all the methods that we have discussed. There are more methods, but these are some important methods which we have discussed in our session. Then strings are immutable. It's a very important concept, and we will have to cover a different session for this if you want to understand, if we don't have proper knowledge. But there are some things that we can understand, that it's very important thing to note that strings are immutable. Now why are strings immutable? Because once we declare a string, we cannot change the value of string. It is always going to be the same value. We cannot change value of a string. We can never delete a string. It is always going to be there in the database. And none of the string methods can change the value of a string. It is going to generate a new string, but do not change the value of a string. So a string can never be deleted. String can never be modified. Strings value can never be changed, and that is why strings are immutable. So these are some reasons because of which a string is immutable. This is what we should know, and if you want to understand this, why does it happen, then we can have a different session for that. Summary. So we have covered below topics in today's session: what is string, how to declare a string, and attributes of a string, string methods or function, and strings are immutable. So these are some topics that we have discussed in our today's session. So that's it for this session, guys. Thank you very much.